Ask for wisdom to deal with the challenges of today and tomorrow, to deal with the challenges your family brings you. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Here's the next one, conserve your time. I must learn to do this. How much time have I got left? Not an unlimited supply. How many of these weekends can I do? Not 1,000, just a few, maybe a handful. Sometimes we get faked out. Bill Bailey says, the average person says, I got 20 more years. No, Bill says you got 20 more times. If you go fishing once a year, you've only got 20 more times to go fishing, not 20 years. That fakes you out, I got 20 years. No, 20 times. See, that brings it right down to the real stuff, 20 times. How many more seminars like this? Not 1,000, a few, just a few. So would I mumble and stumble? Would I give you less than my best when I've only got a few more to give? And the answer is no, of course not. If you're a person of some dignity and quality, you wouldn't let that happen. Next, invest your profits. Here was one of the philosophies Mr. Schoaf gave me, along with Mary Kay. Here's what he said, profits are better than wages. Wages make you a living, profits make you a fortune. Mary Kay and I went for that. Wow. Could we start earning profits while we're making a living? The answer is yes. I went berserk. Here's one now, protect your family. These are troublesome times. Not that they haven't been troublesome times for 6,000 years. At school, troublesome times. I know a wonderful mother and a wonderful father who had 2 boys. In school, they went 2 different directions, and one became a model citizen and the other one went to jail. Protect your family as best you can from the hidden dangers, the lurking evil one. Here's the next one, live with intensity. You might as well turn it up a notch or 2 after this weekend. Why not? Invest more of you in whatever you do. Be a little stronger, be a little wiser, step up your vitality, contribution. Put everything you've got into everything you do, and then ask for more vitality and more strength and more vigor, more heart, more soul. Next, find your place. This one now is so important. If you just work on a job, find the best place where you can serve well. And sure enough, they'll ask you to occupy a better place. And if you keep doing the job well, the guy says, well, if I had a better job, I'd really pour it on. But I got this lousy job, so I just goof off. See, that's the philosophy of disaster. So you've got a lousy job. Do the very best you can. That's your best way out, is not to do less than you could, but to do the best you can. With that philosophy, your life can take great leaps forward. Here's a Bible phrase that says, if you work on your gifts, they will make room for you. They'll make a place for you. Here's the next one. Demand integrity from yourself. You can't demand integrity from someone else. Integrity is like loyalty. You can't demand it of someone else. You can only demand it of yourself. Be the best example of loyalty, and you'll get some loyal followers. Be the best example of integrity, and you'll have people surround you that have integrity. Lead the way. Next, welcome the disciplines. Can't give you much better advice than that, because disciplines create the reality. Disciplines build bridges, build cities. Disciplines, a well-disciplined activity creates abundance, creates uniqueness, productivity. Next, fight for what's right. It's a fight we're in. The storyteller says, and there was great war in heaven. Wow, you mean way back there? Yes. 1/3 of the angels conspired. I asked Bill Bailey, how long do you suppose it took 1/3 of these angels to get together? Did they conduct meetings? I don't know. Bailey says the storyteller doesn't say. I said, then we're supposed to use our imagination. I don't know. It does say finally the great war occurred, and the 2/3 prevailed and the 1/3 lost. One of the writers of later scripture, here's what he said, I fought a good fight. See, that's extraordinary to be able to say, I fought for my kids, and I fought for what was right, and I fought for my good health, and I fought to protect my company, And I fought for a good career that would bless my family. I fought a good fight. It's good to fight. The encroachment. Opposites are in conflict and we're in the middle. And if you want something valuable, you got to fight for it. Then this writer also said, not only have I fought a good fight, and I'll finish with this, and I got a much longer list, but maybe I can cover these at another time. He said, I fought a good fight and I kept the faith. See, that's the deal. Keep faith with your family. Fight like crazy and keep faith. Fight the enemy and keep faith. Fight illness and keep faith. Fight the evil and keep faith.
Well, my dad's biggest paycheck was $200 a month. And so we never had any money. We lived in an $11,000 house, but money was never on my mind growing up. And I've never thought about money. Money flows to great ideas and persistence. And I think money is not the root of all evil, but the love of money is. I think money is the same as knowledge. It's transportation and a library card. It doesn't matter how much money you have, it's what you do with the money that you have. And to me, it's a journey with fuel. And the only reason that I enjoy having a lot of money is I can give scholarships out without even thinking. So I can help people with it, but as long as you don't fall in love with money and chase money, always make money chase you and never chase it. Because if you catch it, you'll always be its slave. But keep money just breathless for you. Keep it really desperate to have you. And then you'll say, you know, I don't really need you, but come along with me and I'll use you. But don't ever fall in love with money.
The poor must be taught not to be cynical, and the rich must be taught not to be arrogant. Because both brings disaster. Arrogance for the rich brings disaster. Cynicism for the poor brings disaster. So no matter at what level we are, we still have to be educated. You know, if we have, like no money, we need to be educated as to what to do. If we have lots of money, we have to be educated how to use it wisely, how to make sure it blesses more than just yourself. Be generous. That's the key. You just start with little things that you can achieve fairly quickly. We're going to talk about making lists. And I put a lot of little things on my first list so that I could start checking off something right away. First day, second day. Because make this note in case you have to miss the workshop. Part of the fun of making a list is now starting to check it off. And you check off something easy. You check off something you finally acquired. And then if you check off something fairly major, you celebrate, have a party, live it up, say, I'm the greatest, I got it. And then that inspires you to make a longer list for the next goal, the next goal, the next goal. So one at a time, a few at a time, easy ones. Some goals that are off in the distance are the big ones. A yacht with, somebody to drive it, and, an upstairs maid and a downstairs maid, and a chauffeur and a jet plane, those are going to be a little ways off, But in the meantime, it's all those little small things. Achievement, and Dennis said it, achievement inspires achievement. If you succeed in doing this, it inspires you to take the next step. If you finally succeed in acquiring that, it's the next step. And it doesn't have to be big, grand goals to keep you inspired. Just the small things, personal, social, business, school, graduating, whatever it is. That's how you start.